Hello, friends. I am so excited to have you all here today. I welcome all of you to this special live stream, where I intend to get into a topic that will be of a very good interest to all of us, especially those of you who appreciate the art of storytelling. You see, today I have already planned, if you see from my topic, that my title today will be Why the Preference for Old Nollywood Movies. You see, I see people calling me, and I see it even in my comments on my YouTube channel. A lot of people are wondering why are old movies better, stronger than the ones people are doing now. I find the question somehow, I wouldn't say absurd, but I know people know where they are coming from. They know what they feel, the reason why they're feeling the way they're feeling, and they are justified. They have their reasons. And I'm not saying it because I have made films in the past and I'm still making film now. Because truly, let's be factual. I've been a participant in the old era, and I'm still here making current movies as we speak. But from my perspective, let me say from my years of experience, I've spent 30 years in the film industry. My journey started in 1995, actually, and I've journeyed through acting, production management before I became a producer and director and executive producer as well. So I think I have been able to go around and through the ropes, and I can say I understand the entire mechanisms and dynamics of the movie industry. At least if you judge from my experience from when I started and now, I have a lot of experience that qualifies me to answer these questions very well. Number one, um, if I have to go through this, those days, there are reasons why those films we made in the past are still very relevant, they're still strong. When you watch them, there's this emotional connection. Some of my examples are like State of Emergency, Mission to Nowhere, Warfront, Executive Crime, Eye for Eye, Blood Diamonds. I met a lot of films that if I begin to list them now, it might be too long. But where are we going? Where we're going is why do we feel that these movies done in the past are stronger than the movies that we're currently doing now? Now, let me go through this one by one. Number one is passion. Those days, most film practitioners were guided by passion. Both the actors and those behind the scene, people were passionate about making stronger movies that would put them in the world map. And then this quest for money and material things wasn't that rampant. Much as all of us desired to be comfortable, at least it was first and foremost. We were, seriously and quite dedicated in our craft, and that passion was there. People who were acting, they put in their best. When somebody takes a contract to do a movie, you pay attention, concentrate in that movie, spend all the time for it. If it's taking 3 weeks or 1 month to make the movie, you dedicate your time to that movie. And before you even start that movie, you go and research your script. You know, get get so deep in the role you're asked to play. We don't get to see these things these days, and which is very terrible. Actors jump from one set to the other. When you invite an actor comes to your set with a script. He's opening it on your set for the first time. There's no way you can compare the performance given under this situation to the performance given in the past. Because in the past, it was a whole world of difference. I'm coming to that. Second reason is change. People were passionate about making change. As filmmakers, we're change agents. Much as we entertain people, we also try to make a difference when we tell these stories. You know, as a filmmaker, If you tell a story of a criminal, you might see that criminal doing some escapades from beginning, killing people, robbing people, dispossessing people, and having fun out of it. But at the end, you will see that criminal face karma, face judgment. Eventually, he might even die because most of them kill before they get to the end. And they say, who killed by the gun must die by the gun. So at the end of the day, they still die by the same gun that they killing people with. So these are facts that we must remember. And however, whatever you choose to do in life, it's always good for you to know that there's a consequences for all your actions. What goes around will definitely come around. So, filmmakers have this at the back of their mind. So when they're writing scripts, when they're doing anything they're doing, they try to have this kind of balance. Want to have cause and effects. They want to make sure there's morality in whatever they're doing. Whenever they're making their judgment, they make sure their judgment is righteous. And for films like that, they are evergreen. People continue to watch them forever because they continue to be relevant. You know, as opposed to where you want to be politically correct. You don't want to say the truth because you don't want to offend people. No, that's not the way we saw things in the past. But that is what happens now. Nobody wants to offend anybody. People want to just be careful. Much as we are also careful, but at the same time, we drew the line. Number 3, rehearsals. Those good old days. Do you know that we rehearse sometimes up to 6 weeks? Up to 6 weeks, we rehearse actors. We get the script, call actors together, sit them down. First of all, we do the reading. People read their roles. From reading, we get into practicals. We start internalizing and start acting our roles. We start dropping the script. We start making it real. By the time we get to 1 week, everybody, they all have their lines. In short, if you are playing an emotional scene in the rehearsal joint, you can see that even you, who is a director watching the performance, sometimes you see yourself shedding tears. If there are mistakes during that rehearsals, you point out these mistakes and make all the corrections. When you get on set, it's a smooth ride. Once your production designer, your gaffers and DPs and the technical team are ready, actors will come and have a smooth ride. But these days, actors jumping from one set where they played a different role to their own where they are opening their script for the first time. Tell me, the interpretation can never be good. That's why you're having this complaint. So that I believe this can change if people can, go back to the drawing board and start doing things right. Right now, if I want to go to the next point, those days were driven by originality. Now there are complaints, because of this colonial mentality. A lot of people feel that for your film to be good, you must adapt some Western cultures, discard your own cultures. If an actor has to speak, he must incorporate American or British accent for him to be real. These are not, we didn't look at those things in those days. We made it real. We are Africans, we are Nigerians, so we need to be proud of who we are. That's what we're selling. So these days I see a lot of people trying to copy to be who they are not. So those things have a lot of ways they affect the output of this production. And again, my final point, in our own time, there wasn't this online thing that we are seeing today. Our own time, people have to use their money to buy. They have to make a purchasing decision to buy these movies and keep in their house and watch with their home entertainment, whether it's cassette, whether it's VCD, whether it's DVD. But these days, these films are streamed freely online. Even if you are subscribed to any platform, these films are just there showing. They are not making any payment again. So it's like these things are forced under the throat of people. Unlike those days, Well, people must decide to buy. So if your film is not good, nobody's going to spend a dime. You're going to go bankrupt. So because of this, people made efforts, and made films that were so strong and that were able to magnet people to make that decision. Engaging movies that when you start watching them, you can't even remember anything you're doing until you get to the end of that film. That's the magic that held Nollywood. Today, people are throwing these standards to the gutters. That is why we're paying this price. And that is why people are making these comments. I think they are correct. They know what they're saying. But it's early days yet. We can come back and put ourselves together and start doing things right. If we do things right, we're going to bring back those feelings. We're bringing it back because there's a whole lot of improvements in the industry now, in terms of equipment, in terms of quality of actors, in terms of the number. We have varieties now. We have the numbers. We have everything we need. So I think it's time for us to get all this together so that we can get to the level that we have aspired all these years. I want to thank you for joining me. I think I have to draw the curtain here. And um, now I have to take this call. I will edit it out. Hello, D. I'm on a live stream. I will call you in the next 15 minutes, please. Live stream online. I'm not supposed to pick. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. No, no. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I'll call you back. All right. All right. All right. Like I said, we have come to the end of this, and right now we are in the Q&A session. Apologies for the phone call. I have to take it, because it's something I cannot neglect. So this is time for Q&A. So I'm expecting responses. Feel free, no holds barred. Ask any question, no limitations. I'm here to take it. I'm here for you. Okay, you're talking of state of emergency, and you're comparing it to the action movies they're making now. Okay, truly, yeah, people call me the pioneer of action movies in Nollywood, yes, because I started. My first one was Eye for Eye. It was a test. When I released that movie, the response was massive. It was something I never expected. So it really propelled me to get so deep into it. I followed it up with Executive Crime, then State of Emergency, that one shut down the country. Then we followed it up with Broad Daylight, Warfront, Terror, several other ones, Formidable Force, False Alarm, and a lot of them, which I may not even have time to call them now. But the truth is, like what I told you, instead of Emergency, which is the film you're asking about, we went the extra mile. Number one, the movie, the script was beyond the technology of the times. This film was shot in the year 2000, 24 years ago, and Nigeria wasn't prepared for it. Technically, we're not prepared for it. Technologically, we're not prepared for it. The country didn't have cell phones, so most of the bombs and the things required in the film to execute the project, we didn't have them. But what I did was to assemble a team and created all this technology of the future. And if you watch that film even today, it's still relevant. It still appears as if it's a movie done today. That's the beauty of it. So it took us a lot to achieve that. It wasn't achieved on a platter of gold. We went the extra mile. And each time I see reviews on that movie, I feel very happy. I feel justified. I feel vindicated because I went through hell during that film. Most of my colleagues always look for the easy way out. They love the regular drama where people sit down in their living rooms and they talk and jest and laugh. So me, I love those action stuff. I don't even sit down when I'm shooting. I stand. Me and my camera team were always on the run. making movement, moving and creating motion pictures, and it's exciting. And we found that Nigerians loved it as at then. And now the audience is not just Nigeria, now it's the entire world. Because then we're releasing on DVDs, we are releasing a physical release now. Release is online, is virtual, is the whole world, no more boundary, no more anything. So this is the time we should even get more serious. We should get more serious now because the whole world is watching. So I think that's where we draw the curtain. Is there any other question? Oh, about the actors. Yeah. Some of the old actors are dying, and very soon, in the time coming, many will still die because nobody's living forever. And that's why I tell people, these films we are making, they will outlive us. So we need to put in our best. Our children will watch it, our grandchildren, great grandchildren will watch it. So whatever we represent, whatever we stand for, we keep speaking even after we're gone, which is the reason why I advocate that whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. We need to take this craft seriously because it goes beyond our imagination. So I think at this juncture, I have to call it a day. But before we go, I want to remind us of the next topic for our next live stream coming up Friday, 15th of November, 2024. The topic, Global Best Practice for Nollywood Movies. I think it's a very interesting one. I will enjoy even Nollywood practitioners, the young ones who have interest in the industry to come pay attention, because this is a topic that you will need. It's something that will guide you in your craft. You never see this opportunity all the time. Thank you very much, and don't forget, like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and leave us a good comments too. Thank you. You are the reason why we're here. Until next week, goodbye. God bless you.